Ladies and gentlemen, this is the world premiere Word on the Streets.
Word on the Streets community. Before diving into unlocking peak potential, the science of high performance habits, Extra and Fletcher wants you to remember, high performance is not an act, but a habit. Seek clarity in your vision, generate energy in your actions, and raise the necessity of your goals. Excellence is the result of deliberate habits, not fleeting moments of motivation. Peak potential is not a destination, but a discipline. Cultivate purpose in your heart, ignite passion in your soul, and drive precision in your actions. Greatness is not a gift, but a consistent choice to rise above the ordinary.
Good evening, this is Black History 365 Days, with another extraordinary story making headlines today.
Claudette Colvin was born on September 5, 1939, in Montgomery, Alabama. As a young teenager, she was a student at Booker T. Washington High School in Montgomery. On March 2, 1955, at the age of 15, Colvin was riding on a segregated bus in Montgomery when the bus driver ordered her and 3 other black passengers to give up their seats to white passengers. Colvin refused, citing her constitutional rights. She was then arrested and charged with violating segregation laws, disorderly conduct, and assault. Despite being only 15 years old, Claudette had the heart and courage of a lion. Colvin's act of defiance came 9 months before the famous incident with Rosa Parks, who was also arrested for refusing to give up her seat on a segregated bus in Montgomery. However, civil rights leaders at the time felt that Rosa Parks, an adult woman with a more respectable demeanor, would make a better symbol for their bus boycott campaign. Colvin was largely ignored and forgotten in the retelling of the Montgomery bus boycott story because of her age. Colvin's brave stand as a teenager was a critical precursor to the Montgomery bus boycott, which lasted 381 days and became a landmark victory in the civil rights movement. Colvin's story sheds light on the unsung heroes and lesser-known figures who paved the way for the more famous civil rights leaders and events. World premiere Word on the Streets community never forgot you, and tonight we salute and honor you. Claudette Colvin. This is Black History 365 Days.
Ladies and gentlemen, get set for an engaging and enlightening show. Let's welcome our hosts, the brilliant Larry Moten, aka Extraordinaire, and the fantastic amazing Keith Fletcher. They've crafted the incredible show, Word on the Streets. Grab your favorite listening spot and tune in. Don't forget to invite your friends by sending them a quick text or a shout out on your favorite social media platform. We believe it's a show you won't want to miss.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to world premiere Word on the Streets. I am Extraordinaire. And of course, with the one and only, the amazing Mr. Keith Fletcher. What's up, my brother?
Hey, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Man, you dropped that Black History moment right there. Hey,
yes, sir.
Right there. That was a big one right there. Yeah, that was,
yes.
That was a big one right there, man. Like I said, we don't even know all these things. Look at that's opening up, man, waking us up, showing something like that. To think that Rosa Parks was the first.
Exactly.
15-year-old started it before. See, someone did it before to give her the courage to do for Rosa Parks to do her part.
15-year-old.
Come on, man. Come on. Wow, I didn't know that one, man.
I didn't know that either, my brother.
Yeah, I like that, man. See that?
But
hey, that's big.
That's deep, man. And the interesting thing about that scenario, she was Rosa Parks taught her. She was mentoring her.
Oh,
so
wow.
I can see Rosa Parks was filling her up with all of these things about the law. And so, being a child, it was very impressionable upon her. She took it to heart. But when she went and sat on that bus, she knew the law.
Yeah.
She stood on the law. She stood on what she learned.
Yeah.
And she showed
that you there. That's right.
That's right. She had the heart of a lion. She showed her doubts, man. See, this is faith. This is belief. She put her belief on the line. No nonsense faith. That's what we're talking about here on the world premiere Word on the Street. That's an amazing piece of history that most of us just didn't know until, we keep digging and we find out these jewels, man. But anyway, brother, it's exciting to be back on the platform. How you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. My Saints got destroyed this weekend,
Yeah, they did.
I'm talking about destroyed, but it was something bright came out of this weekend. The Cowboys got destroyed too. So, I must say it made me because the reason I said I got a call from these Cowboy fans hating and talking noise. I was just sitting there in my own misery, my own tear, you know what I'm saying? And they called me talking noise to me, and now.
And they got blowed out.
I told them, what I said up, y'all. See, at least we scored 27. They didn't even score 10. That field goal kicker, the kicker that is amazing. He the best player of the whole team. He can kick all the yards. He the one kick 9 points. They ain't even scored no touchdown. So yeah, but anyway, y'all Cowboy fan, I'm just saying Jerry Jones robbing y'all $11 billion and they ain't gave y'all nothing. They don't care about winning no Super Bowl. But let me stop. I want y'all to come listen to it. Saints lost. You know what I'm saying? We hurt. We got a game Thursday night. I don't know. I forgot who we played, but if we can win this one and get a bye and get all our injured people back, not making excuses, but a quarterback, a fullback, Jack Altrade. We got a lot of people injured in the center, so we might can get back. And we down 2 games in the division. We got one division win, 2 division losses. So I don't know. I think it's over. I don't think, but they like I said, I hate it for Kamara because I thought he would have a breakout year, but I hate it for him, man. But that's it. That's it on the Saints, man.
Right. But anyway, I think you and I kind of called it a couple of games back.
Yeah.
I think we both agree at best we're a 500 team.
At best, yeah.
So,
but everybody, yeah.
Yeah, so that's that. But anyway, though, Fletcher, we feed off of each other, and folks, and when Fletcher and I feed off each other, usually good things come from that. So Fletcher and I was having a conversation over the weekend, and he's always the thing that keeps me kind of upbeat and motivated is that we both love nature and outside. But when I visualize Fletcher outside, I don't know if you know this, outside with his dog and just enjoying all that beautiful sunlight and wind blowing. Well, I want that same experience, because basically we grew up just feeling free as a bird where we grew up. And I that was a good part of the growing up from where we came from. And I like to keep that part and experience it over and over in my life. So this weekend I'm on the phone with Fletcher. While I'm on the phone, these birds was just, they was just so beautiful to sound. And I said, boy, one day I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna put my phone record on and I'm gonna capture the sound of these birds and I'm gonna put them on the track because they were so beautiful. But I said all of that too, friends, to tell you all this. Today was another amazing and beautiful day out here in Southwestern Louisiana. And today is October 14th. So Fletcher inspired me because he's always brainstorming. What can we do to make the program better? And he'd be throwing out a lot. And sometimes you just can't. I can't move with all the ideals that he's blessed with. I can't. I cannot. Eventually, growth takes time.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it, he understands that, but he just have to get it out of his system more or less. And so he say it, and he always say, I know you can't do it right now. But I'm just saying. And so, and so that's how it goes. But little does he know this. You gave birth to this, friend. Fletcher gave birth to this fun fact. So here's the fun fact for today. You didn't know that, Fletcher, but you gave birth to this. So, friends, here's 3 fun facts.
Here are 3 fun facts happened on this day, October 14th. Boys II Men smash hit, I'll Make Love to You. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. And Winnie the Pooh was published. Today is a day to remember. Take a moment to celebrate this day.
Isn't that neat?
That's
cool.
Man. That is cool.
That's cool. And see, Fletcher, you probably don't know because you be shooting out so much stuff, but you always talking about, how we gotta mix it up. It's all about growth.
Yeah.
It's all about growth. And I talked with the family, and I said, our topics is already pretty intense and very passionate as is. So we can mix, trying to find that balance to have some joy in it, but also still give you the real. And so, friends, we hope you all will appreciate what Fletcher and I are bringing to you, because we are growing, and the more we grow, we sharing our growth with you. Go ahead on, man.
I remember at one time, and he telling the truth, man. I remember one time I used to call. He used to hate me calling. I used to call him. He would just pause, like get quiet on the phone. I said,
exactly. Hey, I see him call, and I say, "Oh man."
Hey, Sean, I just got to tell you, man.
Because
you ain't got to do it right now, but I'm just saying.
Right. He's coming up with some idea, folks. He's coming up with some idea. But
I must say, no. Let me. I would listen to this guy talking, and he said to when you want to grow up, my mindset. He said, and you're doing something like a coach, just like you said, the young lady had a coach that mentor her and pushed her to that level. To have someone that see all you have inside of you that you don't see. You know what I'm saying? And he said it made a point, like, how somebody, your breath stinks, you can't smell, but your breath stinks. Somebody got to tell you, man, you need to take that. You know what I'm saying? But is that somebody that can see all that greatness in you that you don't see, that blind spots that you don't see, man? And extraordinary, man. He got a lot of great things, man, that I see and that he can do, man. And I'll just be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I tell him that all the time. I'm amazed. And it's like now, before it was like wow, but now he just clapping just like this. He say he'd say, all right, that's what he say now. Then he'd come back and something done. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and then it'd be something like, ooh, I wasn't thinking about it like that. Okay, yeah, So now
here's the last thing I want to say about that is that how we always talking about you have to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, being comfortable,
being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but the fact is, friends, we are human, and our mind, our body, we prefer to be comfortable. Let's keep it 100%. We prefer to be comfortable. Mm-hmm. Being uncomfortable is something you have to work on. You have to work through it. See, this is why this thing, personal development, this is a huge undertaking. It's a pretty word, but the work, to really work at working through being uncomfortable. And here's the thing about it. So when he come up with these ideal, the first thing, this is human nature. I say okay, and so automatically my mind started thinking, how can I create this and I still can make myself be comfortable? I could do, and this is how a lot of corporations do too. I can do a one size fits all. Now, one size fits all is very comfortable, and what you're saying to yourself, it's like it's a compromise. You see, and this I'm saying some good stuff, friends. If y'all could take this, we compromise, and sometimes you give yourself mediocre. That's just good enough, and it's not just good enough, but you make it seem like it's good enough when you could do better. You can really do better. And if you with someone who will accept that, you would never grow to be better and do better. You need to be around. That's why we preach this. You need to be around someone can say, okay, yeah, that was good, but I know you got something else in there. I know you can do something else, dog. Yeah. And even though you may not want to hear that, you need to hear it.
Yep.
You need to grow.
Yeah,
and I'm done with that, man. Go down, man.
No, that was not well said, Jordan. Like you said, you need that, man. And people think, you can just turn that switch on, because some people get like you putting them down. You don't no, yeah. I'm lifting you up. You know what I'm saying? And if they can just understand that little part right there, turn the knob. We always say turning the knob is a little bit and look at it different, man. It would take you to somewhere you never thought that you could be. You know what I'm saying? I know that one verse. I don't know if you know, like. God has spoke something to you before you were born. Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard. You know what I'm saying? The thing that He had for you, and put people in your life to bring that out of you, man, to get you to that point. So that I get excited about. Me and Strawnair have talks like that, man. I get so excited and passionate about it because I know that's true. I know what we started. I know where we going. You know what I'm saying? And I'm excited about the opportunity. That's what I am. The opportunity even to be here with Him. You know what I'm saying? To be here. Doing these things, watching them to create it, man. These the moments, when you make it and everything, people say, yeah, but the moments was when the journey was the moment. So I get to enjoy the journey. Like he say, it ain't just one way, me doing him. He pushes me, man. So like I said, he helped me so much in speaking wise and talking. I mean, I didn't want to listen to my voice. He's like, oh no, you got to listen to yourself. You can't do this without no, man, you got to break that one. You ain't gonna get nowhere like that, So
and look how well you've got. I listened to your last episode about pivot. Man, that was an excellent show, friends. Y'all need to check it out on the Porch Chronicle. Fletcher talk about pivot. Excellent show. We're gonna move on, or it's getting late in the evening, friends. Sarah Jones.
Today's headlines.
Hi, I'm Sarah Jones, reporting to you from WOTS.
I'm Sarah Jones, reporting live from the world premiere Word on the Streets. Have you heard about the amazing free AI courses available on edX? It's like a treasure trove of knowledge, and the best part? You don't need to spend a dime or even leave your couch. We've done the legwork and found some real gems for you. Whether you're a complete beginner or looking to level up your AI skills, there's something for everyone. For those just starting out, check out AI for Everyone, Master the Basics, or Google AI for Anyone. These will give you a solid foundation. If you're intrigued by ChatGPT and prompt engineering, and let's face it, who isn't these days? You've got options like AI prompt engineering for beginners and Introduction to ChatGPT. For the business-minded folks, there's Generative AI for business leaders and Introduction to AI for digital marketing. These courses show you how AI can revolutionize various industries. And if you're ready to get your hands dirty with some coding, don't miss Python for AI and Development Project. Now here's the kicker. While these courses don't offer certificates, you get to learn at your own pace with zero pressure. It's all about expanding your knowledge and staying ahead in this AI-driven world. So what are you waiting for? Dive in, explore, and who knows? You might just become the next AI whiz. Happy learning, everyone. From world premiere Word on the Streets, Sarah Jones reporting.
Reporting from WOTS. Now, back to the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Word on the Streets proudly present our book of the week.
World premiere Word on the Streets. Today, we're excited to feature a groundbreaking book that promises to unlock the secrets to high performance and lasting success. High Performance Habits: How Extraordinary People Become That Way by Brendan Burchard is a must-read for anyone seeking to elevate their life to new heights. Burchard, a renowned performance coach, has spent over a decade studying the habits and behaviors of the world's top achievers. Through extensive research and personal experience, he has identified 6 key habits that separate high performers from the rest. These habits include seeking clarity, generating energy, raising necessity, increasing productivity, developing influence, and demonstrating courage. What makes this book so compelling is that Burchard doesn't just share theory. He provides practical, science-backed strategies and daily practices that you can implement right away. So if you're ready to unlock your full potential and become an extraordinary individual, be sure to order your copy of High Performance Habits today. This book is available on Amazon, and we highly recommend it as our book of the week on world premiere Word on the Streets.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Extra and Fletcher are here to dive into the nuances of performance and personal growth. They've put together an insightful video to set the stage, and they have one critical question they want you to reflect on throughout our conversation. Are you performing at your highest level? If you're ready to jump in and explore this with us, then get in the car and ride along. Our chat room is open, so let's hear your thoughts. Extra and Fletcher are here, and they're raring to go. This is going to be an engaging and thought-provoking discussion you won't want to miss. So buckle up, because it's about to get real on Word on the Streets.
Most high performers know that they have the power to generate whatever feelings they want in any situation. They don't have to carry around the emotions of the day. They don't have to sit back and hope to feel the way they want to feel. Brendan says, it's so thoroughly obvious that high performers are generating the feelings they want more often than taking the emotions that land on them. Like the struggling CEO, we can choose what emotions we want to bring into any situation. We can choose to release emotions that are holding us back and bring constructive emotions into every situation we enter. The key is to release tension and set an intention during every major transition during the day. When we go from working at our desk to enter a meeting, we release the tension in our face and our shoulders, and we ask, what feeling do I want to bring into this meeting? You could choose to bring emotions of curiosity and patience. When you're going from the office or from school to home, you could release the tension in your face and your shoulders and then ask, what feeling do I want to bring into my home? You could choose to bring appreciation and warmth. And if you're going from the house to the gym, you release the tension in your face and your shoulders and you ask yourself, what feelings do I want to bring to the gym? You could choose to bring a higher level of intensity than you've had all day. Each transition during the day is a chance to build a habit of releasing the tension and then setting an intention of the feeling that you want to bring to the next situation. Habit number 2, necessity through identity. Of all the feelings that high performers choose to generate, the feeling of necessity might be the most powerful. Musician Bob Marley once said, "You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice." The legendary Chinese general Sun Tzu said that when his armies fought in situations where they had nowhere to retreat because they had a mountain or ocean at their back, they were fighting on death ground, and they fought 3 times as hard. Like Bob Marley and Sun Tzu, high performers know that as human beings they are creatures of necessity. If something must happen, it usually does. High performers don't hope they perform well. They create situations and mindsets where they must perform well. They do this by creating a sense of identity around their endeavors and their goals. When Brendan asks high performers why they work so hard or how they stay so focused, their responses often sound something like this: "It's just who I am. I can't imagine doing anything else." When what you do is who you are, you're able to push yourself beyond what others are capable of.
Friends, this is who we are. This is how we live. Make a personal commitment to yourself. But the most important thing, friends, is to just get started. Do something. Don't wait for the perfect time, the perfect situation, the perfect scenario. Don't wait for that, because chances are that may never, ever come. Whatever it is, start now. Start today. Start right after this show. You want to make changes in your life? Fletcher and I, we're both here to let you know that it is possible. And it doesn't matter what condition you are in. Just start right there. Don't look outside of you and look at someone else, because if you look at somebody else who's successful and you're struggling, you'll get discouraged. You're already discouraged because of where you are, and seemingly things are not changing. But the truth is, friends, they will never change unless you make it up in your mind to start. The new beginning has to have a beginning. You can't just hope in your mind. Hope requires action. What say you, Fletcher?
I'm gonna take a little farther back. I know it's three things I think we look at is by being, doing, and having. And I think a lot of things, and I did these things, I start doing. A lot of people we doing it, we not getting what we want because we never did the being that person that you have, you know what I'm saying? To be that person and to believe that you can be that person, to find that person. That we go back to mindset. That's what we're saying. Basically, what mindset is, finding that mindset to get to that. You know what I'm saying? And I'd like to say, you can do, we go do it, and we never get to have, because I don't think we ever did the being. And I look at my life, I could do a whole lot, but I never believed the being. I remember when I worked at my last job I was at, and I used to think that things happened to me by luck. And I was in a meeting. I've been out 3 years, and I was doing, conducting a meeting. We had the corporate people there, the VP there, the president. I started speaking, and I remember the VP said, "Man, you got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? A lot. Usually you quiet. And I was like, yeah, I've been here 3 years. I started speaking, and the guy that my mentor said, damn right. After the meeting, he came and congratulated me. You know what I'm saying, man? You being who you are. You didn't get this because you was luck. You didn't get this because of it. He just started saying that to me. That's why I say again, being with people is important to have the right people on your corner. It's important to have that mentor, that guidance, but that accountability. But anyway, by being. So it took me 3 years, but I should have been being and believing who I were before. I tell my son, I talked to them about that. I said, nah, I can understand. I used to wonder, man, how do you guys think that they can become CEOs? You know what I'm saying? CEOs of companies, major 500 companies, they was being, and I'm quite sure in that area of being, they believe they can be there before they got there. And they failed just because they were there, but they made mistakes. But being, like you said, that attitude of going to that office, walking in there. Because once you're emotional, taking the emotion out, once you're emotional, you have emotion, your intelligence go down low. So they understood these things, the things that we are speaking on the show about personal development. These things really do mean something. These things they talking about going in, you going to the gym. I train people who come to the gym and they be having all that. You can see it when they walking in. They thinking about their kids. They thinking about their work. And I say you supposed to leave all that at the door. Your shoulders slump down. All those things. Your emotions. So all them things, when you come in at and start working, it's gonna fit. You gotta build that up to get you to get it, because you fighting that right there. So if you been before the be, who are you? See, that means now I got to find who I am. Now I got to pull all that old stuff out the way before the being to get me to the point who I could be. Then I get to the doing. Then I get to the having. But to start with the being extraordinary. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that, man. Getting into that.
Oh man, you right on point. You right on point, because it has to have a beginning.
Yeah.
It has to have a beginning. And then when you get that beginning, see, friends, it's not really complicated. We make it complicated.
Mhm.
We make it complicated because we don't want to do it. You know, we've said it before on this show. We don't want to be committed. We don't want to be committed. This is one of the biggest secrets in American history. People don't get married and date for such a long time because dating is cool. And she's your lady and you're her man. So that's great. But guess what? When you cross over from dating and it become a marriage, that's a whole nother bridge. That's that's saying that's a commitment. And now take that commitment to yourself. And this is why you need people, you need someone outside of yourself to help you stay committed. And then you have to build a program to remind you of the commitment that you made. Some very key points. You all need to be writing some of this down.
Yeah.
You see, it's one thing to say in your mind, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. What are you measuring that by? You saying it to yourself. So if you don't do it, nobody know you didn't do it. But if you had a measure outside of yourself, an accountability outside of yourself, then it become a horse of a different color. Then you have someone to question you. Why? And those questions, when you get asked the why, you become uncomfortable. And we don't want to feel uncomfortable. So what we do, we'll end up doing it. Now we're doing these things uncomfortable. You working out. That muscle doesn't want that muscle in your right and left arm doesn't want to feel that pain. You keep doing it a few times, that pain will go away. Athletes running a route over and over and over again, they don't necessarily want to run that same route, but they do it enough time, the boredomness will go away. But it's uncomfortable doing these things that we don't want to do. But these things, you will never get efficient at anything if you never start. Now, here you are right here, right now. And I don't know what's going on in your world, what's going on in your life, but you're tuning in Monday and Wednesday because perhaps you do want to make some changes in certain part of your life. And perhaps you do want to hear others that may have had similar experience that you are experiencing right now. And you're interested in how did they get through it? What did they do? And see, this is interesting and good because we learn from each other. And there's something about the human psyche that gives us the momentum. You all remember when the 100-yard was, they had the 100-yard was ran at a certain speed, and it was said that that record could never be broken. And as soon as the record got broken, then the floodgate was open. In other words, when we realize and see something that is possible for it to happen, the gate is open. Our mind, the electrical wiring in our thoughts and our minds start connecting the dots and help us to realize it's possible for you. The possibility for you to change out of the condition that you're in is possible because you see these two gentlemen on your screen. You said you heard one saying he was not just at zero with his financial barons, You hear me, who said he had a very, very difficult divorce situation, financially just demolished. And here we both are on a platform. We have overcame those storms in our life, and we're here to tell you, you too can overcome the storms in your life. Yeah, your report card look bad right now. Yes, your critic look bad. Yes, your relationship is bad. Everything is bad. Brother, lady, I can honestly tell you I've been there. I can sincerely tell you I can identify with you. But I also can tell you it's possible for you to make it through, because I made it through. And you can make it through also. Go it on, Fletcher.
Yeah, we talking about being, man. Being, start with being. The words of beginning. You know what I'm saying? Beginning and being. You have a beginning. So what, what is the standard of your beginning? You know what I'm saying? What's the vision? How does it look? So in the beginning, that being. So it's all about being before you even move. I got to have a standard. I got to have a vision of where I want to be. I had to write it down. Write down the standard. He just said the first time that 100, also in the mile, when they broke the mile record, man, dozens of people, they broke the record because they seen it. So that's why I say write things down, write it down, make the vision plain, write it down and make it plain. But set high standards. I think another thing that we don't think, I think we think too, we believe too small. We think too small. We're not believing big enough. We're not dreaming big enough. And I think that's another thing that we got to do. We got to be big, man. We got to think big. Beginning, in the beginning, be more than you can. In the beginning, be all you can be. And again, like you said, be committed. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. Then all these things belong. See, we want to belong to the right people. Belong. But again, it belong. That's what we want to be. Just start out with the be. Be more than you want to be. Be more than you think you can be. Be more. You know what I'm saying? So the be, you get all these things right, get all this stuff working inside yourself, being more than that, believing more than what you have. All that see, believe and be, all that be is inside that, man. Be positive thing, positive apparitions like we talk about being. But it don't just stop there. Then you got to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Be, do, have. To be doing. After you got all yourself, got your strength, you got to step out there and have faith and be and start doing. You got to go walk out there, do all the storms, do all the stuff, and be. That's like Extraordinaire said, Sarah Jones. He was saying at the end, she said all the great things that you can get, the AI and stuff they're doing. Then he said, well, but at the end, you won't get no certification. See, that would stop most people. That would say, well, why would I want to do? I don't get no certification. But you being, you know what I'm saying? You set a high standard. I'm gonna go out there and do all the study and do, hey, whatever you want to do in life, go do it. Figure it out and go do it. And he just gave you an avenue to say, be a part of the AI that is big now. Be a part of the computer information system that's big now. COVID writing code that is big now. He just gave a free avenue of getting there. And you said, well, because he said they didn't. That's what people hear. Well, they said I ain't gonna get no certification, but they gave you didn't hear that you getting free training.
That's right.
See, that was saying you would think it's small. You think lack right there. You getting all that free. You would look at the lack part, but you're not realizing what I was. So that's what I'm saying. Be more, man. To be more. Think of yourself more. Be more. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. Be committed. You know what I'm saying? Then we get to doing. You know what I'm saying? See, the doing part is the sacrifice part, the discipline part. Those things right there. The other things that right there, the doing part, the showing up part. You got to do something. You got to move. See, the Most High can't help you. You can be being, but the Most High want to help you, but you got to move and make it possible. I mean, you got to do something. You got to go ahead and do something to be able to have something. And see, those two parts, before you have something, you got to have some sacrifice. You got some skin in the game. You got to do some things, man. You got to be somewhere. You got to be doing or being and doing. And that's the hard work right there. The having is easy, but the being and doing is the part. That's the standard, having them high standards. So you look at them high performance, you start thinking, well, man, how they get there? They ain't know this, man. They was being, they was doing, and now they have. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing? That's another part. You got to be willing to go through that. You got to be willing to do these things. And like you said, that's what it's about, high performance, man. High performance. What are you reading? What are you putting to yourself? Are you showing up? Are you going to shows, listen to shows like this? Are you doing, what are you putting inside your cup? What are you gonna pour out your cup? Who you gonna put around you? Again, mentor, man. Extraordinary, like I said, the thing we talk about each other, we're accountable towards each other. Like you already said about the shoulders, how your shoulder be. You see my sons, man, they all walk with their chest up. They all walk with comfortability. They all have that smile. I'm extraordinary talking about my boy smile. They always looking like they're ready. So all these things mean something in this way of life, man. So personal growth, always growing. I don't care if you're 100 years old, you're gonna be still learning and growing. So you might well get ready to get used to it, man.
Right. Friends, I hope y'all enjoying the show. We're so excited and we're so passionate about what we're talking about. We don't want you to go anywhere. We're going to take a short commercial break, but please don't go anywhere because we got a whole lot more we want to give you.
Introducing the Ring Battery Doorbell Plus, the ultimate solution for your home security needs. With head-to-toe HD Plus video, you can see more of who's at your door, ensuring you never miss a detail. Enjoy crystal clear motion detection and color night vision, so you can stay protected day or night. Plus, with package alerts, you'll know exactly when your deliveries arrive. But that's not all. The Battery Doorbell Plus is powered by a quick-release battery pack, making it incredibly easy to recharge. Installation is a breeze. Just connect to Wi-Fi through the Ring app and mount it using the included tools. Connect it with Alexa for pre-recorded announcements and two-way talk. And with the Ring Protect plan, you can even record all your videos and review them for up to 180 days. Don't live in fear any longer. Take control of your home security with the Ring Battery Doorbell Plus. Order today by scanning the QR code or clicking the link, and start feeling safer and more secure in your own home. Visit the link to order now. Reduce your tension and fears with the Ring Battery Doorbell Plus, your perfect companion for peace of mind. Order now.
I want to get back to what you were saying, this thing about how we look at things. Friends, that is a muscle in your thoughts that we got to work on. Let's massage our thinking to start looking at things more favorable, seeing a glass half full instead of half empty. Now, I know we've heard that a great deal in our life, whether we see something half empty or half full, but I'm not advocating on what you've heard before. I'm speaking on application. You see, we've heard a lot of things, Fletcher, but how much are we applying?
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. I know it's a lot of you guys, a lot of you ladies out there, y'all smarter than both of us. Y'all got more knowledge than Fletcher and myself. But are you applying what you know? See, that's the difference in high performance people. High performance people apply. And some of the things in life, the two major goals in life that keep people from applying is fear and procrastination. Fear because you're afraid you might fail. And you know what, friends? You just might fail. It's part of life.
That is.
But the thing about it, as I said, you have to learn to massage how we internalize this thing. See, we have been taught in America that failure is bad. But in reality, the most valuable lessons, the lesson that drive you to the brink of success, come through failure most of the time. You find people who have lost something tends to work more passionately and harder because they know what it felt like to lose it. People who have worked on something only to see it not succeed, work that much harder to make certain that they don't have to experience that again. There's so much to learn through what we call failing, much more than the artificial ideal that winning is everything. Winning is great until you fail, and then you get a chance to grow. See, growing is more exciting than standing still. I would rather be that tree, Fletcher, always reaching, always trying to touch the sun. Now, you all may say that's ridiculous, extra. That tree would never touch the sun. But it's exciting trying, isn't it? It's exciting always trying to reach it. Go ahead on, my brother.
Nah, you're right, man. I don't know why they created that word failure, like it's a bad word, man.
Yeah.
I like to say, yeah, I like
That messed us up, man.
and like and then they teach in the school like because you failed it's wrong, man. Like it's let me tell you something. And I failed in the 7th grade. I got held back. And I got held back, and the next year I came back, man. I had trouble in a couple classes, but I had a math class with a lady named Miss Johnson. And that next year, man, and she taught me math, and that carried me through my whole math. Numbers always was after that was so easy to me, man. And she told me I had a great math mind, and man, I carried it just that help. But so go a little farther. My son played football. And we're going to meetings we have in the little football club, and they was talking about holding their kids back for football. And I'm looking, man, my wife like, what you mean holding your kids back? Well, you can hold them back and they can play longer and they can do this. They sometimes kids are behind, and I'm like, man, I got held back, and I was like, man, something's wrong with me because I got held. Now you talking about holding a child back?
Wow.
But then I thought about it. I said, I ain't never heard of that. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, yeah, this coming, in that world it is, So, but then I thought about it, extraordinary. What we rushing them for? Because if they graduate, I laughed about it. I told it was some white people. I said, man, black people, we don't hold our kids. We want them to get out the house. But I laid on, I thought about it. You hold them back. Let's say your child is 17 and they graduated 18. What's the difference? Some people go in college and they take a year off and then go to college and find themselves. What's the difference? Yeah. So what do we mean in failing? You using that word as failing. How is that failing? You know what I'm saying? How that word is terrible to say that. So now that's where it started from. Now in life, you going and thinking that you were failing when something happened and you learn it. You learn it. You learn something that you go through life. You learn, you fail from that, then you learn, okay, I can not to do that. I'm going to do this now. I mean, the people, like you said, people that learn, made programs and all that, mistakes for failing, they created things from like, they put pushes together and came out and like, I created that. We wouldn't even try to make that happen, a failure. But we make it seem like it's so bad. We make it seem like it's so terrible when you can grow from that. And all you got to do is just turn that knob and say, no, nothing wrong with failing, man. Because I say, I know what not to do. And I said that in my life, I didn't know what to do. But when I knew the things that I shouldn't do, that got me through and made me better at not knowing what to do till I gave me time enough to know what to do. So I don't like using that word failure.
I agree. And part and much of our problem is that we have so much that has been recorded in our way of thinking. And this is why personal development is such a huge thing and is big right now in society because science and psychology have came to the realization that so much of the wrong that they're finding in society is a lot of it is based on how we think, how we perceive things. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, how we think and how we perceive is the way in which we was taught. And now they are learning and realizing that much of what we was taught and much of the thing we was taught to believe may not have been all that good.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because now here you are, and here we are. We in this new world now, and this what it is. We're in this new tech age world now, and we're finding out that not all of this stuff can work in this new generation that we're in. And we have limit ourselves. This is why there are so many books on the fact that we have to break ourselves from self-limited belief, because they realize that they screwed up with many generation because they had us so limited in what we could and could not do. Limited. And now we have opportunity before us, but we're limited in our mindset. We're living in the garden that God gave Adam and Eve. We're living in that garden flesh. We're in the garden, but our mind is in prison. We're not able to take advantage. We're not able to eat all those different fruits. Many of us. I don't want y'all to take that as a knock. I'm saying it to encourage you to unlock yourself and not allow yourself to allow your fear to hold you back. The fear of failure. We just discussed to you, you're not failing. You just having experiences. Experience is a much better word. And y'all know my favorite word is opportunity. So once you get experience, guess what is the growth? What grows out of experience? Opportunity. You got some opportunities, man. Lady, you got some opportunities. Why? Because now I know that doesn't work. Now I got these other choices in front of me I haven't even tapped into yet. Those things in front of you are called opportunities, friends. Don't be afraid to try those opportunities out. You say, yeah, but this Sarah Jones was talking about AI. Gonna educate me, teach me fast, gonna teach me these things, not gonna charge me. But they say I won't get certified, I won't get a certification. Does that certification stop you from knowing what you know? See, people get paid by what you know. Your knowledge is real estate. Your knowledge is real estate, friends. Nobody can see once you know, nobody can take away what you know. They could take away a certification. That's a piece of paper, Fletcher, but they can't take away what's in your head, what you know. Talk to me, my brother.
And that's what it's all about, making yourself valuable. Making yourself valuable. Back to that failure, man. The Wright brothers, imagine how many times they failed before they could fly.
Oh.
Ford company, like you said, you were talking about that last time we spoke about a wagon. It went from a wagon to a car. Imagine how many people told them that wouldn't work. A motorcycle. The light that we have right now, electricity. The internet we have right now. How many times they failed to create these things? Imagine if they would have stopped, we'd be still in the dark ages on a lot of these things. But a lot of these people fail over and over to create what we have now. They didn't. It's not failure till you stop. Like I say, if I'd have stopped in the 7th grade and said that's it, failed and stop, that's when I'd have failed. But it's not failure till you stop. So there's no such thing as failure. But like I said, and all that, when you keep going, that creates, again, the being, the doing, and the having. You got to be getting yourself believing. CB, again, believing that's the strong. If you believe, so many things are possible. That's the way it started, at the belief, believe. And man, and setting the high standards, not giving up, pushing yourself. Again, putting yourself around people that believe like you, believe in the process, want to be a part of the process, want to be a part of the program, setting the vision, making it plain, getting the path, setting the path, writing out the path where we're going. Then it gets plan, smart plan, then strategizing how we get there, back and forth. On Red Rock, how many years I forgot how many years it took to make that the perfect popcorn. Years and years they had the perfect popcorn before he put in the jar. Years of study, years of doing it. Had the vision, had the path, had the plan, and he strategized up and down. How many times he failed getting to get the right corner, the right size, he was doing all that to then. Now we know his name. And with a lot of us giving up, we right there. We right there, and we giving up. We don't see the vision. We're not making it plain, man. We all over the place. Man, now it's time to get being committed to it. Being uncomfortable, being comfortable, being uncomfortable. To be doing and having. So short that, man, that's what we're doing here at Word on the Street, Word Premier Word on the Streets. This is what we building a team, we building a community. We trying to be coaches to you. We trying to help people do all these things. We've been through all the things, and we to help ourselves through. We all working together. We trying to build a community that we can help you grow in your spiritual walk, help, physical help, mental and financial. Those 4 pillars we working on through life, and then and all these things. But your mindset, all that's tied into that. That's what we doing. Personal growth, man. Before we even get to the money, we start being, believing that you can have that money, believing you can have that financial windfall, believing you can have that financial peace, believing you can have a healthy marriage, believing you can overcome whatever curses, whatever thing in your life that you have, you can overcome those things and move and start moving forward and win. That's what we're talking about here on Word Premier Word on the Streets, man.
That is so well said. And I got a message here for somebody, is that, we often hear this thing about having faith. And I want you to know, friends, let me tell you, faith, it does come by hearing. And sometimes it comes by seeing others, as we have given example when we saw a person break the record of running the 100-yard dash, when we went to the moon, when we have seen things and we have known people in our own life, in our community, have done things that weren't done before, it gave us the self-confidence. It gave us the mental intuitive that we too perhaps can do it. So here's what I want to say to you, friends. This thing of your personal faith. If you can't hear anything good from the circle you're surrounded by, if you can't hear anything good in your neighborhood, anything good at your school, anything good in your home, and I know that's challenging, but I'm going to tell you one thing. You hear it, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you it worked. You have to do some self-talking to yourself. You have to make positive affirmation to yourself about yourself. And sometimes you have to say them over and over again until your mind will hear you and you will start believing. It's like we say, see, because belief is stronger than anything. Belief touches your feelings and your emotions. So plant the seed. Instead of speaking so negatively, imitating your environment or imitating others, you can start saying positive comments to yourself. Speak positively about yourself. And how do you do it? You do it repeatedly. You do it like you learn your alphabets in school. You say them over and over again. Same way you learn multiplication and division. You do it until it just becomes naturally. Then your brain will rebuild. And why it's rebuilding? It's rebuilding you. So then that you become your new identity, because it have changed your emotions about yourself. It have changed the way how you feel about yourself. And so your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotion, guess what that is, friends? That's your personality. That is who you now are. So make that change starting today. Fletcher, take the last word and we out of here, my brother.
Man, put action to it, man. Be intentional. After you've been being, now it's time to put action to it. Be intentional. Start moving, man. Whatever you want, dream big, man. I'm serious. Think that what you think, because he said he's going to bless you more abundantly. The Most High want to bless you. You ask not because you have not. I'm telling you, seek and you shall find. That's what my people pass for lack of knowledge, man. It's time to wake up. You've been in a deep sleep. It's time to wake deep slumber. It's time to wake up, open the book, and get the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding. It's there for you, but you got to go out and do something. Whatever you want to do in life, whatever you want to be in life, go figure it out and do it. But that means that takes action. Thank y'all for coming to it, man. Showing up today with us, man. Hit the like button, share, do that. Hit the like button, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Appreciate y'all. Extraordinary good show, man. Appreciate seeing you, man. And blessings.
See y'all Wednesday. Make sure you come back Wednesday. We're gonna be chopping it up about paying yourself first, friends. So y'all make sure y'all check us out Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.